It's the news that has sent a shockwave through the rolling hills of Yorkshire, a bombshell that has left Emmerdale fans reeling and the very foundations of Home Farm trembling. Joe Tate, the prodigal son, the vengeful tycoon, the man who returned from the dead with ice in his veins, is now a prisoner in his own body, his fate hanging precariously in the balance within the cold, sterile walls of a makeshift hospital room. The whispers are true, the horrifying rumors confirmed. Joe Tate is down, and the silence from his hospital bed is deafening. For those who have been on this roller coaster journey since his dramatic Christmas Eve reappearance, the current situation feels like the gut-wrenching climax of a tragedy we couldn't tear our eyes from. He came back a changed man, not the charismatic Ro we once knew, but a specter of vengeance, his heart hardened by betrayal and a secret, life-threatening illness gnawing away at his strength. We watched, hearts in our mouths, as he systematically dismantled lives, his pain a poison that he seemed determined to inject into the heart of the village. And now this, to see a man of such formidable power, a man who has orchestrated car crashes, callously stolen a kidney from his own flesh and blood, and manipulated those closest to him, now so utterly helpless, is a sight that chills to the bone. Reports from within the Dales paint a grim picture. Joe, paralyzed and at the mercy of the sinister Dr. Crowley, the very man who facilitated his illicit transplant. The irony is as cruel as it is captivating. The puppet master has had his strings savagely cut. Let's be honest, our feelings for Joe Tate upon his return have been a tangled mess of emotions. There was the initial thrill, the sheer, unadulterated shock of seeing him back on our screens. The who's behind it all, mystery that had us all playing detective, was masterfully unveiled to reveal the one and only Joe Tate. But that thrill soon gave way to a creeping sense of dread. The man we saw was not the hero many had hoped for. This was a Joe Tate forged in the fires of revenge, his moral compass shattered. He played with lives as if they were pieces on his personal chessboard. The devastating limo crash, a consequence of his desperate and cruel attempt to drug his own brother, is a stain on his character that will never wash away. The cold, calculated theft of his uncle Caleb's kidney was a new low, a move so diabolical it left even the most hardened of Emmerdale viewers speechless. His torrid affair with Dawn, a woman he professed to love, was laced with a toxicity that threatened to consume them both. And who could forget the heart-stopping whodunit that saw Joe tumbling from a window at Home Farm? The list of potential culprits was a who's who of the village, a testament to the number of lives he had shattered in his short time back. When it was revealed that a desperate Dawn was the one who pushed him, it was a twist that was both shocking and, in a strange way, understandable. The ensuing power play, with Joe holding the truth over her head, was a masterclass in his manipulative genius. But now the power has shifted so dramatically, so violently, that it leaves us all breathless. The man who held all the cards is now a pawn in a much more dangerous game. Dr. Crowley, the shadowy figure who has been lurking in the periphery of Joe's dark dealings, has stepped into the light, and he is demanding the ultimate price for his silence and his surgical skills: Joe's entire fortune. The emotional fallout from this is immeasurable. At Home Farm, a place that has been the epicenter of so much of his manipulative scheming, an eerie quiet has descended. Kim Tate, the formidable matriarch who has been both his adversary and, in a twisted way, his equal, must surely be watching this unfold with a mixture of satisfaction and trepidation. For while Joe's downfall might seem like a victory, the chaos he has unleashed is far from contained. And what of Dawn? A woman trapped between a love that is both passionate and poisonous, and the father of her children. Her life has been turned upside down by Joe's return, and now, as he lies helpless, what is going through her mind? Guilt? Fear? A flicker of the love that once burned so brightly. The fans, the lifeblood of Emmerdale, have been set ablaze by this storyline. Social media is a flurry of theories and heartfelt pleas. Will he survive? Is the question on everyone's lips. Does he deserve to? Is the more complicated and perhaps more interesting follow-up. We are a village united in our shock, our grief, and our insatiable need to know what happens next. This is more than just a soap opera storyline. It's a gripping, emotional saga about power, betrayal, and the devastating consequences of a heart consumed by darkness. It's a story that has us questioning our own allegiances, our own definitions of right and wrong. We may have condemned Joe for his villainous acts, but to see him so vulnerable, so utterly broken, strikes a chord deep within us. It's a stark reminder that even the most powerful of kings can fall. The coming days will be a torturous wait. Every update from the Dales will be scrutinized, every whisper and rumor analyzed. We are all on the edge of our seats, a community bound together by the fate of one man. Will Joe Tate rise from the ashes once more? Or is this truly the end of the line for the troubled tycoon of Home Farm? One thing is for certain, Emmerdale will never be the same again.